And we are going to get started. Hi, everybody. Dee and Larry Corchin. We are glad you're with us tonight. Here it is on Monday, August 19th. So hope you are having a good month so far. We posted something last week about kind of a mid-month check-in, and just want you to know we're always here to support you guys to help you reach your goals and help as many people as possible. And thanks for being on tonight. You know, we like to just come together with this team time. If you're a new float coach, that you are with us. I'm just going to mute. There we go. That should help. So if you're a new coach, welcome. And if you've been with us a long time, we are glad that you are part of the mission with us. And we're real excited because the company has a great initiative this year called Healthy Habits for All. And Meg Johnson has taken the lead for our Atlanta initiative, and I want to give you some time. I know you've been working hard, Meg, and this is huge and such a huge opportunity for all of us to play a part in, no matter where you live. So take it away.
Awesome. Thank you, Dee and Larry. Well, we are so excited about Healthy Habits for All and the initiative that really Optavia is leading the way on, and we're just kind of jumping in. In our area, we know of a local community where we've got some kids in need that don't have a safe place to play. And I don't know about you, but I've got two little, I call them my little crumb snatchers at home, right? A 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. And I believe every kid needs a safe place to play. And I think that really lays the foundation for them to have healthy habits from an early age. So we are going to walk alongside this local community and help them by giving them a playground for their kids. So we are so excited. Y'all, I can just see their little faces when they see the playground for the first time and how excited they're going to be. I cannot wait. And we already have met 25% of our goal, and that was after one day. Y'all, I am blown away. Shout out to my girl, Cassie Moore, who was the first person to sponsor her whole mile, called One More Mile. Cutest name ever. But yeah, shout out to Cassie. She is the bomb. But in everybody else who has registered for the 5K, who's bought a t-shirt, y'all, we are blown away at just the generosity of this team and of this community. So want to just highlight quickly the ways that you can get involved, because like we are 25% of the way there, but without you and without what you do from this point on, we won't have a playground, right? So this absolutely is going to need every single person on this call to jump in. There's something, no matter where you live, you can come alongside and you can join us in this initiative. So 4 ways you can get involved. Number 1, we're having a 5K. Really excited about that. That's going to be on Sunday, September the 8th, the day after our Atlanta regional event. So it's 3 weeks from yesterday. It's going to be 5 to 7 p.m. We're working on getting a DJ there, which breaker, that's going to be so fun. So I'm inviting my clients, my potential clients, those people on my wish list. I mean, my mailman, I don't care. I'm inviting you. I think everybody needs to be there. And if you're like me, I've been wanting to do something active with my clients from the get-go and just have honestly been a little lazy about it. So this is your opportunity. We're putting it on a silver platter for you. So this is going to be good for your clients, for building those connections. And this is cool. Okay, so it's a 5K run/walk. But before we launch, we're going to do a 100-yard dash for kids. Y'all, I'm so excited about this. It's going to be free for kids 12 and under, so you don't even need to register for them. Just come on, bring your little crumb snatchers or your neighbors, crumb snatchers, whatever. We want this to be filled to capacity. That'd be awesome. But that's the first way. If you register in the next week or so, you'll get a t-shirt with your registration. But that brings us to the second way that you can get involved. You can buy yourself a Healthy Habits for All t-shirt. And y'all, have you seen those shirts? They are so stinking cute. Y'all, they are blue with orange font, Healthy Habits for All. And they are only $20. So you can go onto the Shopify site and order yourself your own cute little t-shirt. And if you live somewhere else, order a t-shirt. We'll ship it to you. We are asking that you order at least 5 just because of shipping costs and all that. But you can, if you live someplace else, you can do your own Healthy Habits for All walk in your community wearing your matching t-shirts. So we can all do this together, raise money for a great cause, and be together. Okay, I'm talking fast. I'm really excited. So the t-shirts and all of this, y'all look in Coaches Opt for Change because I posted all the links for you there. The third way to get involved is sponsorships. If you have done fundraising in the past, you know that's the best way to raise money. So we have a couple of different sponsorships. You can have somebody buy a mile of our 5K, 3.1 miles, just like our girl Cassie. So we only have one more mile left up for grabs. So might be like a duke it out situation. I don't know, but one more mile left. But don't worry, we've got enough.
Susan Palace and I have that one. So sold.
Sold. Oops. Okay. But that's okay. We have other opportunities. So there's a event sponsorship available for $250. And y'all, this is great. If you know anybody, like for example, my brother's a roofer, called my brother and said, listen, you've got to be an event sponsor. So wherever, if you know any business owners or people in the community, $250 is no big deal for them. And we will advertise for them. We'll put their information on our event page and the day of the event. So sponsorships are where it's at. Wanted to say that. And then we also have something called the Gold Star sponsor. So if you can help 5 people donate $20, that's $100, we will give you a little gold star that you can wear either on our Saturday event or at the 5K. If you want to be running with a gold star on your back. I don't know. I'm working hard for that. I want to do that. Okay. And then the last way that you can get involved is just to share on social media. Y'all, this is a great way for you to just increase your presence, right? Show something that you're passionate about that's health related. And like we need your friends and family. We need the hype and we need you. So cannot wait. Thank you so much for the generosity of this team. Y'all are amazing. Oh, one last thing for you, like if anybody out there who wants to know, what can I do? Like I want to do more than just one of these things. We are going to have a call this Thursday night, 8:00. It's going to be this Zoom or Dee's Zoom room. And you send me a message if you want to be on it. But we are going to go through specifics and kind of, because y'all, like this is going to take a village, right? So show up on Thursday night. We'd love to see your face on the Zoom, and you can learn more about what you can do if you want to help with some of the logistics. Okay, that was a lot of information. Thank y'all so much, and so excited to see the power of our community.
Well, Meg, thanks for your excitement there. I know you just, you have nothing else to do, so you just decided to, take care of this race there and get everything going in t-shirts. So just appreciate all your work there, and excited to just partake in it and have fun. Does anybody have any questions specific to the local event or anything as far as just the event as a whole across the country? Any questions? Raise your hand. I'll look for you. Okay, going once. No questions. All right, good deal. Thanks again, Meg.
Yeah, it is exciting. I see people writing how exciting it is. And I think Meg is right. I would definitely put this out on social media. Let people know what you're about, what you stand for, and what Optavia is about, right? It truly is healthy habits for all. We're looking to change lives. And the fact that the company has this initiative that we're going into these underserved areas to help them develop healthy habits. And this is just the playground we're doing here, but across the nation, there are all sorts of events. And like Meg said, you could do something in your town. Like it could be, there's so many things. Some people are going into schools and they're just going to talk about, healthy habits with children, in underserved areas. So think about it, talk to your coach. You can also check Optavia Connect in the back office for more, Optavia Share for more information. So Meg, Katie's asking a question about the dates. What the week? It's a whole week of that.
Yeah, whole week. It actually starts I believe the 10th. So we're kind of getting bonus points starting early, but it's great. And it's going to last that next week. So starting on the 10th, I think the 10th through the 15th.
Awesome. So there's so many different levels. If you're not sure what to post, you can check Meg's Facebook page. She's done some really great posts about it. I just posted and shared about it. So take it, make it, tweak it, make it your own. But definitely let's spread the word on this. And I'll be bringing it to my networking event tomorrow to see if some other business owners want to support. So thank you again. It's going to be awesome to be able to give back like this. And we will move on. So we'd like to take this time for the next couple of weeks. We're going to do this through the end of August, and then we're going to shake things up a little bit in September with our team time. But we're so fortunate that that we've got all this training available to us from the company. You know, the boot camps that we have, tonight that Dr. A's call at 8:30 field training. But we all know that the proof is in the pudding, right? And the application of really taking what we learn and using it to connect with people so that we can do what we so enjoy, which is helping people change their lives, whether that be through the health program or through the coaching opportunity, or, hopefully both. So this Level Up boot camp that we've been going through, week 3, they just have, looks like it's going to be a 6-week boot camp. This was a really good one. They talked about 3 key topics, but one was about really organizing, organizing yourself and doing a little self-check to see, are you transferring the skills, the transfer of what we know is so important for our clients, as well as for our any coach that might be on your team. Also the importance of a mid-month check-in. And then Leslie again did a great presentation about how do you really connect with people and have conversations on Facebook or in person and bring them to the phone so that we can really have that personal connection and find out what somebody's looking for. So I would love to hear from you guys at this point. What was your biggest takeaway, or something that maybe you've put into action since Saturday's call? Feel free to unmute yourself because we can't see everybody on the screen.
Hey, it's Carol. Oops. Go ahead, Shauna.
Oh, okay.
And then you, Carol. Go ahead, Shauna.
I loved what Leslie said about responding in the thread. When she said, don't just say, I'll PM you. And she's so excited when she said it, but she said, hey girl, my life is completely changed. I'm totally obsessed. I'll shoot you a message. And she said, it's just so much better to, I love that. I love that you're adding something to it instead of just, I'll PM you, I'll PM you, I'll PM you. So that was really big for me. I thought that was really, really good advice.
Yeah, me too. I love that. If you liked that tip, put a 1 in the comments, if you found that helpful, because she said, don't just say PM you, I'll PM you, I'll PM you. That's just weird. And I think sometimes we do feel that way. So that energy and that excitement of, hey, it's changed my life, or hey, this is going to work for you too, or I can't wait to share more. That kind of energy is going to be so helpful around it. So I love that too, Shauna. Thanks for pointing that out. Carol.
Okay. I also think that Leslie is the bomb diggity. She is absolutely amazing. Her stuff is so helpful. And agreeing with what Shauna said, absolutely. But there was something else that Leslie also pointed out that I thought was super helpful. And I think it would be really helpful for so many people that say, well, tell me about it now. And the way that she handles that, when she said, I would love to chat with you about your goals and give you my full attention, but right now I can't do that. So let's schedule a call now, or I'll reach out on Messenger to schedule a call with you. What's your Facebook? And I thought that was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I think anytime we can defer and not do it on the spot so that you're not answering questions, like that attack, well, what is it? How much does it cost? Whatever. We definitely want to be in that place that we can slow down and really have them, think about what they really want in their life. And that's not where that conversation is going to be if it's on the spot. So I think, yeah, making, you might not have 6 children like she does, but you can certainly make an excuse that you're busy. Or if I'm at a party or a restaurant, I'll just say, you know what, this is not party talk. How about if I give you a call in the morning? We'll have more time to be able to talk about it. So whatever we can do. So yeah, thanks for pointing that out. That's good. Yeah, she is the bomb diggity for sure.
So there was one more thing that Leslie Begin said that I thought was really awesome. Did I interrupt somebody who wanted to go? Is it okay to go?
Yeah, please do, Debbie.
Okay. One more thing that she said I liked a lot about moving conversations to the phone, because obviously first it's somebody commented on Facebook and then you move it to Messenger and then you want to get to the phone. So how she said in Messenger, she'd be like, hey, I'm so glad that you're interested. Is this for somebody else or for you? And so you don't just assume, oh good, because you really need it, that's nice, not to offend anybody. And then this followed up with, okay, so what's your phone number? I'm going to either text you or call you. and here's my number. And that was kind of like the tricky way of getting the number so that you could text them and be like, hey, look, I'm getting ready to call you. Don't screen my call. And then make the phone call. I just thought that was a brilliant flow.
Yeah, she really has a nice way of just making that connection that like, hey, this is no big deal. Like, I'm just going to give you a quick call or I'll shoot you a text. And yeah, that was really, really helpful for sure. Adele.
Yeah, I something that that I've really tried I this week putting into practice, and this has been so exciting. But Brad talked about know your coach's dreams. Do they have the skill set? And then encourage the socks off of them. And it's been really great because I'm focusing in on my coaches. I'm taking, the time with them and then can run through each one of these things with them, which is I'm being so much more intentional with passing skill sets on to them and really connecting with them. And then the other thing that's really changed, I love what you said, make that mid-month, the whole mid-month thing, looking where you're going. I've learned how to do some new things on Coaches Connect or Optavia Connect that I didn't even know was out there inside of that site. And but I'm trying to do everything that my daughter does as much as I can. And when I was there this last time, she has this amazing whiteboard, and I'm like, wow. So visually, everything is there. So as soon as I got home, I purchased a whiteboard, and that has made a huge difference for me because it's sitting in my kitchen, and I look at it every day. I know what every coach's orders, what they're doing. I know what's going on with my coaches so much better. I know where I'm at. And so that's just been, I feel like the shift has really happened, and just that consistency of trying to do for me, it's one post every month, every day. And I did that this last month, and I already have 3 new clients that have been following me, and they're my old Christmas card friends, that I've known since 1981, but they're coming because of the consistency and because of the posting. So to me, that's a major excitement.
That is great. And I think that what I've loved the most of what you've said so far is you took what you learned and put it into practice. Mm-hmm. So tell me how that feels with your coaches and how those conversations are going now. Does it feel more intentional? Do you feel like?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I have carved out, I make time for them. I allow a half an hour for each one of my coaches a week, and just to address where they're at and helping them and answering their questions. And I love what he said too about knowing where to direct your coaches, because I don't know how to do everything, but just the freedom to be able to say, I'm not sure how to do this, but I'm still learning this, but this is where you can go. And so for me, I feel more confident in my coaching because he said, know where things are, the skills are. And so I'm learning that, knowing where to find those skills that I can have them, let them run with it. I don't have to provide everything for them. And so to me, it's like I was scared of coaching, and I've turned the corner. And now I'm excited to be coaching coaches.
That's huge. That's huge. I think that recognition that you don't have to know it all. Mm-hmm. That you don't, just be able to point them in the right direction. And then I think what's really important is that, Adele, you're taking time. The most important thing is to help them identify what their goals are, help them dream. Yeah. And then we have to sometimes, just like we do for our clients, we sometimes have to contend for them, right? That life will get busy or whatnot. And sometimes we have to contend for them because we know it's important, but if we're not careful, life will take us away from it. So doing those check-ins with them and being intentional around helping them stay intentional, that's awesome. Yeah. Awesome. And I love the whiteboard. A couple people are asking for if anybody keeps a whiteboard whiteboard, if you'll do a picture of it in our group, that would be great. Okay. Ideas. Will and Meg, which Facebook group were you referring to? Because there's lots with Doug and Dan.
The new boot camp that they are doing, that's on Saturday mornings. It's not Level Up, but it's the other one. I'll have to look and tell you, but they posted incredible pictures of people's war rooms or like their whiteboards and like what they do. to visually see where they're at. So I'll look it up and share in the chat.
Great. So as we said, there's lots of stuff out there. There's actually, we just learned multiple boot camps happening. We're focusing on the Level Up, which is a really great fundamental boot camp, making sure we have everything in check. I'm curious, I'd love to go to David Bush spent quite a bit of time saying on a topic of saying, don't assume anything. Like, don't assume that our clients know what to do. Don't assume that our coaches know what to do. And had a couple of things around that. Did anybody get some good takeaways with that, especially around your clients and their connection and being integrated? Debbie?
I thought it was an interesting conversation I had with my coach and a client, but she said she had somebody reach out to her, and she because she knew this person was in the fitness industry, she assumed that person was interested as a coach, and so she just went with that. And then as it turns out, that person, she hadn't seen her in a little while, and that person actually was interested in both. And so she said it was a really important lesson for her was to not assume.
That's great. Yeah, it's really easy to get focused on they're just thinking about the program or something like that, and it turned out they were interested in the business. That's great. And that was one of the assumptions. He had said the value of the value of our habit of health transformational system and coaching beyond weight loss. So we want to make sure that we're definitely thinking that bigger picture with people. So excellent. Katie, were you going to share something? Katie?
Oh, I was going to say, it's funny that you mentioned that, because that's the one thing that when I was just being a mom, I assumed my kids knew how to do things like take a shower. I would tell them to go take a shower, and I went up there and they would be standing in the shower, not doing anything. I'm like, wash your body. I mean, do something. And they're like, well, and they're like, 6 or whatever it was. And I just took that through their whole life. And I think we all, I know I have a bad habit of just some things that seem so common sensible, if that's the right word, that you feel like if you say something, you're going to offend them. Like, well, yeah, I knew that. So I've tried to ask them, say, I don't know if you know this or if you found this, but this is what's helped me. And I just don't want to gloss over it if it maybe you didn't think of doing this. And that's what I've started doing with some people. And I've also started checking in with some of these people twice a week, because they do really well Monday through Thursday, and then the weekends they blow it. And then they're like, I don't know. So I've not assumed that they're going to be okay through the weekend. I've just said, okay, well, how about I check in with you like Thursday, Friday to see how we can, get you going through the weekend. So I picked up a lot of that about assume nothing. The thing that Debbie said, I do that. I tend to look at people, and if they don't look like they really need to lose any weight, then I will just kind of go on to the next person, and I'm bad to do that. So I'm trying not to assume and remember, where I was, and I didn't have a ton of weight to lose, but I was not healthy. I was skinny fat. So I think that I'm trying to remember that and take that in with that type of, mentality for me.
Mm-hmm. It's really easy to go to that place and go, well, they don't need it. They don't need the program. But you know what I mean? Everybody could use the 3 and 3, or like you said, at some level, everybody has some habit of health. No, I have not yet met a person who's perfect in everything. So yeah, that was a great reminder. David Bush, the couple of things he said, we can't make assumptions. And I think with our clients, and I'm just going to go over this because I think, raise your hand or just put some in the comments. Do you get frustrated with your clients when they do the Monday through Thursday thing, or they drop off? And it's hard because we know how much is available for them, and we know what we can provide. And so our real role as their coach is to awaken them, right, to what is possible for their own personal health, and then keep pointing and redirecting. And Katie, if it's a second touch point, just to keep them connected to what's most important to them. But a couple of things he said was, have we transferred the skill of the importance of your clients connecting with you, their coach? Like, do they know why it's important? And we know that, the latest study they did that showed that clients that take that weekly call, not a text, whatever, but that weekly call, 5 minutes, that they do twice as well in terms of their weight loss. So that's a big one. I mean, I tell my clients that, because I won't take up much of your time, but here's why it's so important. The value of the Habits of Health system. I love to ask them, what was your biggest takeaway from last week's Habits of Health call? And you'll get the answer, well, And so it gives an opportunity to open the door to reiterate why it's important, possibly send them the link to the recording, that sort of thing. So we constantly want to layer it. People are so busy. So it's really up to us with it. But there was just so much. I loved he talked about the value of community. And the other thing he said is, do you really promote and talk about the importance of all the products that we offer? We have everything from the hydration to the infusers to the snacks to the lean and green lifestyle, the lean and green meals, the flavors of home. So there's so much that we can give them. And again, do they know effectively how to refer to you, and the value of the full opportunity that we have. So there's so many nuggets in there. And I also loved what he said is he gave us permission. He just said, don't think you have to do it all. Just increase like 1% every day, like increase 1%, just increase your skills, what you're saying 1%, and that'll have a huge, huge impact. So I thought that was pretty cool. Anything else? Would love to hear from you of something that's been valuable from this Level Up Bootcamp that maybe was just an aha or something you've put into practice.
Hey, Dee. I have a comment and then a question as well. So my comment is I love the mid-month check-in. I think that's really going to help me as far as my goals in adding more coaches to my team. But also I had a question in the Trust and Verify, where David Bush was talking about transferring your skills and then trusting and verifying that your that your coaches are doing the things that are going to help grow their business. At what point do you become a hero coach? I mean, what's the balance? And I know that's a really hard question to answer, but it's something that I'm struggling to define as a new coach, or as having new coaches. What is your kind of guideline on that?
So it's a good question. What would be an example of what you're thinking of that you might be falling into the hero coach scenario?
Well, like this Thursday, I had both of my coaches over to my house, and we had a lean and green, and we talked about where we were in our business. And we were here for probably a couple of hours. But, I was checking in with them, making sure they were, knew to do their 3, 3, and 3, just kind of like that 5-in-1 coaching business model is what I was really wanting to verify that they had. But at what point, I'm always recommending make sure that you block for your team time, just the different trainings that are available to them, maybe sending them links. I don't want to be a hover coach. But at the same time, I want them to be successful and stay engaged in growing their business.
Yeah, if I can just jump in on that one. So, I mean, it doesn't sound like you were being so much of a hero there. I mean, you're educating. I think being the hero would have been kind of telling them you need to do this, okay, and kind of telling them versus educating. And there's a very slight difference. But if they're engaged and they want to continue to learn and grow in that way, then you're educating. If you're telling them and you're kind of pushing them along, that's where you're kind of being the hero. And I think that's where you have to step back a little bit. And just like with our clients, ask those questions. Is this meeting your needs? What do you need? And see if they're investing in their coaching and their learning, right? It's so important for us to ask those questions. I know, teachers do that all the time, right? They step back and they always ask those questions just to kind of assess if they're engaged, if their students are engaged. And I think the same thing here is with our coaches. So if they were engaged at your Lean and Green, by all means, talk all night and, again, have great conversation. But if they're not engaged and you're telling them, that's when I think you're getting into the hero. And unfortunately, a lot of times when we do that, it's not being it's not being digested, and we're just kind of talking at them from that standpoint, if that helps.
Thank you.
Yeah, Meg.
Yeah. Larry, that was awesome. Thank you for going through that. One idea when I was trying to figure out how can I make sure that I'm trusting and verifying Cassie would be like, I've got a new coach starting. She has her first 2 clients starting today. I need to make sure we're following the process of calling the clients and not just sending them a text, right? So if I'm not on that call, which I know we want to be, but if I'm not on that call saying, hey, what did Elizabeth say about her first day? Did she get her water in? Or, like going through the different questions that we would ask. So it's I know you did this, I'm going to trust you, but I also want to verify to make sure nothing's getting slipped through the cracks. So that was just my real life example of how I was going to use it. So thought I would share.
Yeah, that's really helpful, Meg, is just doing that and maybe asking some questions. I like to do that to kind of verify, just like I said with a client, like, hey, how'd you like that Wednesday night, call with your coach, say, hey, what did Susan say when you talked to her? And that'll provide clarity. It's a little way you can kind of check. And I think with the beginning, Cassie, with newer coaches is, really finding out what they want and then say, would you like some help with that? Like, we definitely have some proven systems that will help you achieve your goals, and can I share that with you? If they don't know what to post, let's say you talk about the 333, I would send them to the training video, maybe 1 or 2 people that are really good posters, for some examples. But being a hero would be actually writing the post for them. Like we would not do that. Like it would definitely be, or hey, why don't you send me what you want if they're really uncertain and I can tweak it. So there's definitely certain levels, but it always has to come from that place of, would you like some help with that? Or I love it, especially with a new coach, as I'll say, there's going to be some things that you're just going to want to run with, and you're so smart, you're bringing so much to this business. But if you'd be willing to just follow our process, it will actually help expedite your results and save you time in the long run.
All right. We're out of time. Frank, you had a great question there. I just want to quickly address. I mean, for those that reach up, wow. I mean, I'd jump all over that if you have a coach reaching up to schedule your mid-month meeting. So I would get all over that. But then again, pinging your other coaches and asking them if they want your time and to kind of touch base with their business. I think it's important to do that. But again, kudos for those coaches that reach up to their business coach and ask for time with you. So good question there. Well, I think it's a wrap. We're over tonight. So sorry about that. 8:03 Eastern time. So any other thoughts?
The links for Dr. A's call and the field training are on our Facebook page. I also received an email about that. So hop on over there and we'll see you guys in our Facebook group and on next week's call. Thanks so much. Thanks again,
Have a great
Meg,
week, guys.
for the healthy habits.
Take care.